Do you want to play college basketball? Do you want to play college basketball and you're not quite sure how to go about that process? I've talked with a handful of players and coaches every year, but especially recently, giving them some advice. I'm just going to make a podcast and a video out of it so I can help as many people as I can. So if you want to play college basketball, but you're pretty certain it's not going to be at the Division I level. So we're talking Division II, Division III, NAIA, JUCO, NCCAA, whatever that might be. Here's some questions I want you to ask yourself, some things that you need to answer. Give yourself the best chance to pursuing your dream to play college ball. Right? I feel like that's part of my responsibility as a coach is to help other people fulfill some of their dreams, their vision for themselves. So I hope this short video and short podcast can help you get that done. First thing I want you to think about is academically, having great grades and test scores can allow you to play at schools that may be too expensive for you. For example, maybe it's a smaller school and they don't give athletic scholarship, but they give academic scholarship. Great reason to have great grades. Maybe it's a school that can give some partial athletic money to you, but if you can combine that with some of the academic scholarship, now it makes financial sense to go there, right? It's awesome to play college basketball, but I don't want you to go just to play college basketball and then you got $100,000 in student loans. And you're like, what the heck was I doing? We don't want that for you. Get great grades that can help you play basketball at the next level. Now, there's two player development questions that I want you to ask yourself as you evaluate your game and get some other people, get some coaches to evaluate your game and start to ask yourself, what is a strength that you have that you can turn into an elite skill? So that when a college coach sees you play, it stands out, it pops. They're like, wow, that is such an elite skill. I need that on my team. It stands out so much. It's so good, right? I want to have that on my team. Is it shooting? Are you already a high level shooter? Can you be elite? Where you essentially you walk into the gym and you're the best shooter there. That takes a lot of time, hard work, and commitment. So look at something that you're already a high level at. And can you level up to the point that it sticks out like a sore thumb when someone is watching you? That's the people that see it, and that's the word of mouth aspect. If you're a good all-around player, that's key. And we want to continue to develop our all-around skills, no doubt about it. Do not get me wrong. Do not get that twisted. But when you start to develop a skill that's so elite, word starts to travel faster. Right? Man, there's this kid, in this small town, rural area, but their ball handling skills, nobody can stay in front of them. Nobody can stay in front of them. They put two players in. Nobody can stay in front of them. They're just picking the defense apart, dropping people off, making people better. Whatever that skill is for you, is you're like, man, if I just level up and it becomes elite and it's going to stand out to another coach, we want to be able to do that. Because as you get to play at the college level, everybody's good. Everybody has high level skills. So not only is it allowing you to stand out at the high school level so you can play college basketball, but when you go and play college basketball, they're probably going to see a role for you. And it's not going to be doing everything, but it's going to be you're really good at this. And then you have some complementary pieces to your game that will round out and put you in a valuable position on the court. But they probably recruited you for that elite skill. So that's going to help you at the college level as well. Second thing, do you have a weakness in your game? And we all do, right? Probably more than one. So evaluate. What's a weakness in your game? Do not let that weakness be a liability when it comes to the recruiting process. Let's be honest. If you're a high school senior, a high school junior, it can be really difficult to turn something that you've been playing basketball for a long time. It can be difficult to turn that weakness all the way up into a strength. But we can make sure that weakness isn't a liability that holds us back from getting an opportunity to do something special. So if that's shooting, if that's defense, if that's um, putting on weight and muscle for a lot of players, including myself, that was a weakness. That was essentially a liability early in my college career, was just strength, right? Being able to do whatever it takes to make sure that that weakness doesn't become a liability and it holds you back from being the best that you can be and getting all the opportunities that you could have. Make sure your weakness isn't a liability. The last thing that I want to mention is put a basketball resume together. Now, I've experience with this because I've helped a handful of guys go overseas and play professionally. So I always talk to them about putting a basketball resume together. But for high school players who want to play at the college level, you have to do a lot of the work because as a college coach, there's so many players, there's so much information. Recruiting is a real challenge as you're fighting for players that may or may not be getting scholarships at a different school. Maybe you can't offer as much. It's really tough. And so one of the ways that you can stand out and make it clear to a coach that you're serious about playing at the next level, you're organized, and that you essentially evaluated your own game first instead of here's a highlight video. Hey, I'm interested, but there's not really information. Put a basketball resume together. Your class, your school, your GPA, your test scores, your height, your body weight, the positions that you play, some of your interests as far as getting your degree and what that might look like, what direction you want to go in the career field. List your individual accomplishments, list your team accomplishments, all right? Your AAU program, what do you play for? You put all this together. And at the bottom, you put the video links of some clips that coaches are going to want to see. You put that in a nice looking PDF with a little picture next to it, right? That's going to stand out to a coach. Most people are not doing that. Most people, if they are emailing a coach, they're sending them some video links and hoping for the best. I want you to hope for the best. I want you to put something together that's going to stand out when you send it to a college coach. It's also going to make it easier because once you put that PDF together, you can make a little edit here or there. Something else goes well, you add to it. So then when you do contact all of these college coaches, it's easier for you to be very personal with the paragraph that you might send them in the email. And they say, here's the PDF. Here's all the information. Here's the links. I'd love to hear back from you. Give them a call, right? All of those different things are really, really important. So quick review. Academics, key. You want to give yourself as many opportunities as possible to play basketball at the next level. 2, do you have a great skill that you can turn into an elite skill? 3, do you have a weakness? And if so, we all probably do. Can you make sure that it doesn't become a liability? And then 4, do you have a basketball resume? Put that together. I'll look at it for you. Send it to me. contact@kramerbasketball.com. You put a basketball resume together with everything that I mentioned, send it over to me. I will give it a look for you before you send it out to a college coach. I'm happy to do that. Contact@kramerbasketball.com. Thanks for listening to this quick hitter episode. If you're a player wanting to play college basketball, you got to do this stuff. All right. If you're not a surefire Division I player, you have to do a lot of the work on the front end to make sure that you're giving yourself the best chance to succeed and to get an opportunity to play at the next level. All right. Hope you guys are having a great day. Get after it. If you're looking to train with Kramer Basketball, one of the best ways that you can do that is join the Kramer Basketball Training app. Strength and conditioning, skill development, shooting, ball handling, finishing. We got it all there for you, laid out, easy to work with, right? We talked about in the previous episode, being able to give your body a chance to recover in the offseason, rest. Give yourself a chance to refocus, right? And once we rest, once we reflect, and when we refocus, that means putting a plan in place. I got a plan for you that works. All right. So check it out. Link in the bio with our Kramer Basketball Training app. Thank you and get after it today.